Capricorn Collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness. Listen to your heart. Ooh, look at this. Aries vibe. Neptune energy. Watch your favorite astrologer. Trusting your instincts and your intuition here as well. Ooh, Capricorn. Way too many distractor vibes with you, Capricorn. So you got some interesting distractions. So stay focused, Capricorn. Stay focused. That's 44, goes to 8, which is Leo vibes. There's the 4 of Cups. There's the 3 of Wands. 9 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Page of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. This could be a rather emotional time for you, but in like a very positive way here, Capricorn. There's the Libra energy. There's the Ace of Swords. There's the 5 of Swords. There's the Page of Wands. Some of you, there are stuck options or stuck opportunities. But you're not the one that's kind of stuck or stagnant here, Capricorn. Really good abundance energy. Aries vibe. So if you're dealing with an Aries in particular, or whoever wanted to kind of dictate the sort of energy that you had. So this could be a boss vibe, those of you with regard to like a work situation, or those of you, if you were dating somebody that wanted to kind of control the emotional side of the relationship or partnership. So they used emotional manipulation in order to achieve their goals or objectives when it comes to the relationship or partnership with you. But what happens when you're not drinking the Kool-Aid? What happens when you're emotionally not really giving a fuck with regard to a relationship or partnership? Someone else was far more focused on achieving their own dreams or goals. So some of you were coming out of a very codependent, probably a rather passive-aggressive relationship or partnership. They put themselves first before they kind of allowed you to do your thing. So this is an interesting emotional vibe with you. But you're not basing your decision-making on your emotions anymore. So, damn sweet Jesus. The Page of Swords, the Tower vibe, they're at the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. Your cross-watchers are seeing this. Watch your favorite astrologer, Capricorn, because I do feel like for some of you, astrology is working out on your behalf, but you're not really seeing it. High Priestess, the Aquarius Star, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the 4 of Wands. They're at the 7 of Swords. They're at the Sun vibes. Some of you weren't even happy with regard to a relationship, partnership, or a situationship anyway. So it wasn't like a happily ever after type vibe, or there wasn't like a shared sort of some of you, it's not even like a shared fucking camaraderie with something. Someone wanted to dictate all the sort of vibes with regard to the relationship or partnership. It's kind of that energy, if your partner ain't happy, you're not going to be happy. But some of you, this is like allowing that emotional sort of heartstring energy. It wasn't love. It was, for some of you, a rather fucked up version of that. This isn't a relationship, a romantic relationship or partnership. This could have been a friendship. This could have been a kind of work option or a work opportunity with you. Those of you, if you've got a lot of water in your astrology, or those of you, if you were dealing with a water sign in particular, staying very grounded and focused. So you're not drinking the Kool-Aid. You're not letting your emotions kind of dictate your decision-making. Sagittarius energy on this. I don't know if you got a Sagittarius rising or moon. Ten of Swords. There's the Pisces vibe. There's the Three of Pentacles. And there's the Empress energy. Yeah, the Empress energy is the Nine of Wands there with the Scorpio vibe there at the Emperor energy. This is the passive-aggressive relationships or partnerships. So this is someone that comes in very low-key, like, oh, they're low maintenance, or, oh, they're very amicable. They're very, what's the word? They get in there long enough for you to trust them, and then they figure out how they can emotionally manipulate the vibe with you. So, it's, you're pulling Emperor and Empress energy here. So, damn. Some of you definitely mindful of someone's codependencies as well. Because with the Emperor, the Empress vibe there, someone isn't single or someone with regard to like options or opportunities. This is someone that's always going to be looking over your shoulder. They're always going to be looking at better options or better opportunities if the manipulation stops working. And this definitely, it changes up the vibes on something. I don't know if you're dealing with a water sign in particular. Some of you with regard to Aquarius energy, especially as a business partner, mindful of the Aquarius vibes. Some people, they don't exactly come in on their own. So if you're dating, some of you mindful of someone's codependency with regard to like options or opportunities. Someone is very messy and they're not really letting you know like everything with regard to like the options or the opportunities. Way too much emotional manipulation here. So make sure that you're staying very grounded and focused and you're not letting your emotions kind of dictate your decision making. Once you kind of focus on this, then the emotional manipulation doesn't work anymore. Someone is definitely not single, so those of you, if you are dating, this is like something you need to be mindful of anyway. This is like the breakup to make up type relationships or partnerships, or what's the codependency with regard to like relationships or partnerships? I feel like fall in love, but don't foolishly fall in love. Take your time with regard to options or opportunities. The Sagittarius energy with you. You should have that emotional fulfillment within yourself and not expect it from your partners. Especially if you were coming from a relationship or partnership where someone controlled the emotional vibe. Damn. Work-love life vibes on this, Capricorn. I don't know how messy your sort of situation is or with regard to the friendships or the interpersonal vibes. Emperor and Empress energy, those of you with regard to like the family dynamics you have going on. Yeah, you need to make sure that you're doing your shadow work. So that way you avoid, some of you like the emotionally codependent relationships or partnerships. 50 vibe and there's the 48 energy. So you need to counterbalance the Emperor and the Empress vibe. But with regard to options or opportunities, make sure you're doing your shadow work as well. Especially those of you coming from emotionally manipulative relationships or partnerships. They start off very accommodating, and it's a very passive-aggressive kind of energy on this. So they control like the emotional value or the emotional vibe of the relationship or partnership. I don't know, if your partner isn't happy, you shouldn't necessarily be unhappy either. So if your partner is expecting you to make them happy all the time, yeah. Is that really the type of relationship or partnership that you need? Or should you find somebody who's kind of happy on their own, or if there's like unhappiness with regard to an option or an opportunity, you're able to talk it out, work it out, instead of someone just over-dominating it with their feelings. Some of you, this is relationships or partnerships where there's so much love. Everyone uses the word love, but you can't actually like achieve any kind of tangible options or tangible opportunities. With regard to like a working relationship or partnership, maybe it's a good friendship, but as far as like being able to work together to achieve like dreams or goals, you're not able to do that. Some of you, with regard to like business options or business opportunities, some of y'all be mindful of those with messy exes vibes. So, you know, if you bring them on, you're kind of bringing all the energy that they're attached to as well, especially if they have like really shitty choices and partners, or they're in and out of relationships or partnerships a lot. You're pulling some interesting Aquarius vibes. Because Aquarius energy is kind of, you know, mindful of who's sort of attached to the options or the opportunities that you have. Damn. 3 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords. Celebrating on your own. Damn, you know the energy with you, Capricorn. It feels like you're at the buffet. You could have whatever you want, but nothing is really like interesting you. This is like you get 3 wishes, but you don't know what the fuck you want. The satiating energy with you is what's going to be what actually makes you happy. Some of you getting single, you're actually able to like make your own fucking choices. And for some of you, that could take you a minute to actually know that, you know, you actually have choices, you actually have options, you actually have opportunities, instead of this sort of false sense that you have like options or opportunities. Whatever shadow work you need to be doing, especially when it comes to like emotional manipulation. Especially if you were coming from a very emotionally manipulative relationship or partnership. I feel like you're good. Some of you, things aren't working out because I don't feel like the astrology is allowing it. So if you're dealing with like the Aries energy, Aries and Neptune is a lot of cold as ice vibes. So some of you are realizing that the love isn't there, or the friendship isn't there, or that someone really doesn't give a fuck about your thoughts or feelings. As long as you put their thoughts or feelings first, that's the only way you're going to find peace or happiness within that. Some of you, you know, instead of falling in love with your next partner, maybe you just need to like them. So, do you like them as a person? Do you like the energy that they bring before you start like saying I love you? Because some of you, this is the love relationships or partnerships that really don't create anything tangible. It's everyone's all up in their feels, or everyone's all up in their emotions, but you really don't have any growth, or you really don't have any sort of results with regard to what you're able to build or grow or create together. Those of you, if you're dealing with the family dynamic, or some of you with regard to like business options or business opportunities, some of you avoid those business partners or partners that have like messy ex energy when it comes to their kind of vibes. Everyone wants to like control the energy here, but none of it is necessarily like a positive for you. I do feel like you've had like 2 options or 2 opportunities where things didn't work out, and now you're kind of focused on yourself here. You're the boss, so you choose. So be very mindful of who's in your energy. I feel like it's not like don't fall in love. It's nothing like that. But I don't know. Before you love somebody, do you actually like them as a person? Do you actually like the energy that they bring? So don't let the emotional manipulation not let you kind of focus on what is important to you. You got a lot of options, a lot of opportunities. But I don't feel like that really means shit with you. What's your favorite astrologer as well? Because some of you, things aren't working out because, like, astrologically. So I don't know what the fuck your philosophy is, or some of you with regard to like options or opportunities. Finding the yin to your yang. Yeah, there's that Virgo vibe. So you got Virgo rising, Virgo moon. This is giving like Gemini vibes as well. Who controls the emotional vibe of the relationship or partnership? And if your partner isn't happy, why the fuck does that mean you're not happy? So some of you, that's like the first sign of like the emotional manipulation. So I don't know, before you fall in love with somebody, do you actually fucking like them? Maybe work on like before you start adding love to the equation of something. You know what I mean? Oh, the Aquarius vibe, the Virgo vibes with you. Do watch your favorite astrologer. You're kind of balancing the Emperor, the Empress vibe here. Some of you with regard to any sort of energy that you're in, be mindful of those that's in like fucked up kind of codependent relationships or partnerships themselves, especially when it comes to like business options or business opportunities. Damn, for fuck's sake, Capricorn. There's a Nine of Swords. I don't know. Do you like them first before you love them? Because most people that are in love don't necessarily mean they like their partners. And if your partner ain't happy, why the fuck does that necessarily mean that you're not happy? So if someone else's happiness is based on their partner's happiness, that's kind of like, what's the emotional sort of vibe on that? It's low-key passive-aggressive energy. There's a Nine of fucking Swords. There's a Nine of Swords with you. But that's not your vibe. Choose your options, choose your opportunities wisely. Some of y'all choose your fucking partners wisely. Especially when it comes to like business partners. If they got like messy ex drama or they're like in and out of relationships or partnerships. Yeah, maybe you don't need that with regard to like your work options. Because that inadvertently is going to kind of be the deciding factor when it comes to options or opportunities with you. This is why self-produce, self-publish. Good luck, God bless, take what's yours, and leave what the fuck is in Capricorn. Peace, love, and light.